driven it literally 3 miles and I'm already in love with it. This video with 2 questions. 1, how the hell am I this lucky? And number 2, if you've got 55 grand to spend on a sports car, specifically a Porsche sports car, are you going to get a 911 or are you going to get a Cayman GT4 with squeaky brakes? I'm on this journey to find out. Today we're driving the 981 Cayman GT4. It's a 2015 model and it looks fresh as you like. It is gorgeous. It's a slightly stripped out Cayman with, quite kindly, the engine from a 911, 3.8, quite similar to the 911 GTS in fact. A little bit down on power, we're talking 380 horsepower, 310 foot-pounds of torque, so it's down on the GTS, but it's a bit lighter, it's about 100 kilos lighter. So 0 to 60, not too bad, 4.4 seconds as opposed to the 911's 4 and 183 mile an hour top speed. It's no slouch, it's rapid in fact. And the difference in the acceleration times is because of this stick here, and that makes a massive difference to how this car drives. The Cayman GT4 is quite a rare car, there's only about 500 in the UK. They're all manual of this generation, and they're really rather special. They've held the values extremely well. This is about 58, 59 grand. And it's easy to see why. Like the 911 GTS that we tested a few weeks ago, the interior is gorgeous. We've got the same kind of leather, Alcantara, carbon fibre. It just looks so expensive. In some ways, I kind of prefer this interior to the 911 because without the back seats, this kind of bulkhead behind me, I feel a lot more cocooned and a lot more like in with the action. It's fabulous. My door handles have been taken away though and replaced with these little straps, which I quite like. John, who works at Auto 7 as well, just thinks these are all kind of like marketing things, and in a way he's correct. But it's quite nice pulling on a little strap to open the door, although it's not very intuitive the way it pulls from the back. You have to kind of get your hand like around it to pull it, so a bit of a quirk, not too bothered. The philosophy behind this car is quite simple. It's supposed to be still a road car, but something that you can take to the track. The car is actually quite adjustable. You can get your spanners out and you can adjust the rear wing, you can open up the diffuser at the front, you can change camber, you can change the anti-roll bars, you can set it up how you want it, which is a really nice thing if you're taking it on track, if you're a bit geeky like that. But if you want to just use it on the road, it's perfectly usable. We're on our faster bit of road now. I think the engine's warmed up now. Let's give it some beans. Let's see if it's as exciting as the 911. Second, I think we can achieve that. That's not even in sport mode. That is more lively than the 911. I'll give it that. Like I said, the acceleration is different because of the gearbox. The actual in-gear acceleration is just as potent and it feels more lively. I think it's because it's slightly stiffer. It rides the bumps in a slightly different way and you kind of can sometimes lose a bit of traction, whereas the 911 supple suspension is just gone on roads like this. This you have to manage it a bit more, but that just makes it more fun. Let's go sport, let's go exhaust button, little burst again. Oh my god. Character. This is amazing. Right, let's get a gap. Let's get around this roundabout. Get a bit of a run up. Okay, sport again. I'm going to leave the dampers in soft because the road surface isn't good enough. Let's go. Okay, I think I know which car I like best. This suits me down to the ground. I know it's not as powerful as the GTS, I know it's not as luxurious, I know it doesn't have 4 back seats, but you can liken it to people, your friends. You don't go for the best looking person, the funniest person, the kindest person. You go for the person who makes you feel good about being you. Being with a friend who you can just be yourself with and just smile the whole time. That's the kind of friend you want. That's the kind of car you want. This is that kind of car. This is sensational. Oh my god. I've driven it literally 3 miles and I'm already in love with it. Driving past the police when you're having fun can be slightly nerve-wracking, although I'm not breaking the speed limit, but I don't know, is it illegal to smile this much while driving? Oh, it's doing auto downshifts for me with blips. Perfect. Here's a mechanical question. Does auto blipping on downshifts on a manual save the clutch? Does it prolong the life of the clutch? Maybe. The only thing I don't like about auto blip is sometimes I like to try and do it myself, and although I'm crap at it, when you get it just right, you get satisfaction. It flatters you, this car, in terms of its gear change. Let's try it myself. Not bad. Wow, squeaky brakes. That's quite race car-like. Is that normal? The brakes have got plenty of life, so maybe it is. Madness. This car, I'm going back in sport. Right, so we're on some kind of slightly twisty country residential roads now. I've got the dampers in soft, and it's perfectly usable. It's not too crashy. It's easy to drive. It's comfortable. It has a little bit of tyre rot, a bit like the 911, but it's not too bad. It feels slightly more suppressed in this, in fact. And they're on the same tyre, 305 section rear tyres, which are massive. When you bend down and have a look at them, they're just huge. For such a small, little dinky car, it's dramatic. Right, we're up at the roundabout. Let's go sport. Let's put the dampers in firm just to see what kind of control we've got. The 911 had a little bit of roll, which was great. It kind of matched its GT credentials, whereas this I expect to be a bit more flat. Let's have it in second. Yeah, that is flat. That is very flat. I feel like there might be some understeer creeping in. Gorgeous. The steering is fantastic. It's quite light just off centre, but it weights up as you go around the corner, so you're kind of like holding on for dear life as you go around in a good way. Oh, it's exceptional. Would I have it over the obvious 911 GTS that I tested a few weeks ago? Let's just quieten it down a bit. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I would. Yeah, the 911's got back seats and it's a 911, so it's better, but it's not. If you want driving thrills, this gives it to you more than the GTS. No doubt about it. It's just as comfortable, it's just as usable. To me, I know you might criticise me for this, but I think this is a better looking car than the 911. With the exception of the 997 and the flat nose 911s, Porsche have kind of been obliged to provide the circular headlights at the front, which are iconic, and it does look good. It's a good looking car, but I don't know, it doesn't have that aggression that this does. This hasn't been around for 60 years like a 911 has. It's only 20, and that means that Porsche can change the design a bit, like the original Cayman and this and the 718. They're quite different looking cars. Like I said, this is my favourite, but I just love like the slightly more upright headlights. I love the curvature at the back. I love the arches. I think the wheels sit better in the arches on this car compared to a 911. I just think it's just a better proportioned car. Let me know in the comments if you disagree. People probably do. But with the combination of that wing on the back, which is actually quite wide, and the little sort of dovetail at the back, it's perfect for me. I think it's a fabulous looking car. And I think Porsche are probably the only car company that can make plastic trim look more expensive than painted trim. Look at the front. Even the chicken wire looks expensive. Criticisms? No. I don't really have any criticisms. I think the interior is wonderful. I think the practicality is decent for a car of this type. We've got quite a big boot in the front, and above the engine there's a bit of a space that you can put your coats and like some squashy bags. The steering wheel is bang on. This is an Alcantara wheel like the 911, but it's slightly thinner. It just makes the car feel a bit more delicate. And there's no buttons as well, which is perfect. The seats are extremely comfortable. I'd like to try out the 918 buckets, but they were like a £7,000 option or something silly like that. And these are just perfectly comfortable, perfectly supportive, all you need for road. This is a delightful machine. I love it. If you're in that kind of price range for a sports car, even in M2, try one of these first. You will absolutely love it. I'm so happy to be back in work now. Apologies, actually, I've not uploaded a car review for ages. I've been lucky enough to go to Brazil, which was great fun. It's an absolutely mad country. Spent nearly a month there. And although it has its problems, like any country, and if you wanted to buy like a half decent car in Brazil, you have to be very, very wealthy. There's still a car culture. It's still alive and kicking. They love their cars, and it was great to see that, despite the troubles that they have and they face. I have actually just been to see my dad and my adopted uncle at their work, because it's the kind of car you just need to show off. It is my favourite. Porsche, I know you're sort of championing these e-fuels and still developing internal combustion engines. Keep going, keep giving us stuff like this. We will keep buying them, I promise. Ignore the hype, ignore the constant push for us all to go to electric in a world where it just doesn't work. Keep going. Give us more of this. So, would I have the Cayman GT4 or would I have the 911 GTS? I would wholeheartedly go for the Cayman. It's just what I want in a sports car. It's a bit of a yob, but a delicate yob, if that makes sense. It's beautiful.